So this is a grand old Duke of York walk. You go up the mountain and then you come back down again. And on the face of it, there's not much to see, in the sense that there's no woodland, nothing. But done this walk once before and was lucky because the views can be absolutely amazing. And that's what I'm hoping for today. Last sunny day forecast, 1st of December, and rain for the rest of the week, so I've got to take advantage. Parking is on the B8077, which is the old military road, just off from the A85, close to Lochawe, and there aren't many spaces. They're not official spaces, and you will be competing with people who are also doing the Dalmally horseshoe as well as other walks, so it's best to get there early. Oddly enough, this valley doesn't actually have a name, so for the purposes of this video, we might as well call it Glen Noe, because Alt Moyle is the name of the burn. From the road, you just follow the track and past Castle's farm, which will be on your right hand side, through the gate, and then the track just starts climbing. If you ever wanted to take one of those iconic Highland shots with the Highland cow in the foreground, this is definitely the place to go. As you start to gain some height, you can see opposite, on the other side of the valley, the track which goes up to the Dalmally horseshoe. If you've seen any of my other videos, you'll know that my idea of climbing hills is in a sedate, gentle way. This is quite the opposite. And confession time, I reached the point where I was doing 100 paces and then stopping for 10 deep breaths and then doing another 100 paces. So this is literally the first flat bit, climbing up. The road actually goes down to this bridge, and it took me about an hour to get here. I took about 3.5 hours to do this walk, but it's probably only about 5 or 6 miles. At one point I turned around and it was a bit weird watching the cloud follow me up the trail. At this height, start to see some of these structures which capture the water from the surrounding hills, and then it is taken by tunnel to Ben Cruachan Reservoir, which is a hydroelectric power station. In December, the sun was low in the sky, so this part of the walk was in the shade and seriously cold. Mind you, it had been minus 7 degrees centigrade the night before, so not surprising. Rising on the left hand side there is Ben Cockle, and on the right hand side it is Stob Dam. Top of the valley, this ridge is Loch Noe. On the other side is Glen Noe, and if you saw my previous video of the walk from Inverore to Glen Kinglass, you'll have seen it from the other side. So in this direction we've got Ben Cruachan Reservoir, which is where all the water is taken through the tunnels through these mountains. This is some old footage taken at Ben Cruachan Reservoir in the summer when it's a bit warmer. Back this way is where this walk is, over the ridge This is one of the tunnels where the water comes out, where it's been captured in the other valleys, and there's Ben Cruachan in the background. Time for one last photo before I froze, and then back down the hill. As you're walking down, there's this left turn. If you follow that up, you get to what is effectively the start of stage 2 for people wanting to climb Ben Cockle and Ben Eunuch. Having no intention of climbing the Munros, I had some hot soup and just enjoyed the view down to Kilchurn Castle. So back down the hill. And just couldn't resist the opportunity to take some more photographs of the Highland cows. All in all, another grand day out, although I have to admit that the next day my legs were really aching. Well worth it, it's all good.